Hey, welcome everybody to the Total Wellness Show with Terrence on Praise 108 Radio. I am Terrence Hutchinson, your host, and we are here again on a Monday evening at 6 o'clock. We're here. This is our fourth show. We're excited, happy, and extremely feeling well right now. It's a beautiful day outside. The birds are chirping. The sun is shining. God is throwing down blessings. It's a beautiful day outside. I mean, Mother Nature, compared to last week, well, last week was kind of sunny too, but compared to Monday before that, it was really crazy out here, you know. So we are here right now, and we're about to have a great show. And first, before we started, you know, I like to talk about my sponsors because I have to show them love for them to really be standing behind me. So once again, you know, thank my sponsors. Nurse Royce Evans, thank you again for the sponsorship. I thank you. Dr. Troy Gathers, once again, for the 1670 clothing line. Thank you for the clothes. My guys, Respected Roots, thank you again. Once again, thank you for all the products and having me on your team. Once again, congratulations for all your hard work out there. And also to Butterbee Rocker for the sponsorship. And also congratulations on the Storm music video going 17 placements internationally.
Oh, that's nice.
You know, yeah, you know, so the numbers look real good on that, so I'm excited. I'm actually in that video.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's
cameos.
Yeah, well, I was like one of the main characters. You know?
My bad.
Yeah, you know. Well, you know what? We working on that.
Okay.
You know, we trying to do some
Taking
things
it to
out
new
here.
heights.
Yeah, trying to evolve and become more than you know who we were on last year. You know, and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm just happy to be here. This platform is truly a blessing for me. I'm able to vocalize a lot of things as far as health and wellness, and bring awareness to really taking care of yourself on all fronts of health and wellness, more than just working out, hitting the gym, but really taking care of yourself spiritually, emotionally, you know, environmentally, on every aspect of it. And it's very important, man. So, and I felt like, you know, just to have this show would be awesome.
Sure.
I got it. Yeah. You know, so anyway, without further ado, I want to introduce my guest. You know, I fell in love with this power couple, you know, how long? About a year or so ago? Going on 2 years. Time flies, you know. And when I met them, you know, they invited me over to their home, and we did a quick consultation. And I was like, all of a sudden we started talking about formats of shows, and you know, I was like, I didn't come over here for all that, but at the end of the day, I was excited about it. And when they're so into tech and everything, next thing you know, the green screens are popping up and the cameras is popping up, and I'm in the middle of a photo shoot and everything like that. And it was just such an amazing thing. And like, you know, they are really into technology.
Yes. Absolutely.
You know,
yes,
and
it's life.
It's life.
Yes, technology's life.
You know, and right now they got the Power of Tech tour coming out right now.
Yes, and we are so excited about this.
Look, I'm just going to jump into it. We come back to the book later. Just talk about the Power of Tech tour. What was the idea behind that?
Well, first and foremost, we wanted to get out and actually touch people and talk to people. We've been working behind the scenes for a lot of years now, and we've covered a lot of ground, helped a lot of people, but we realized that we had to go on the road, and we wanted to impact more people on a higher level, and that's what God is leading us to do.
Yeah.
And so we put that into action and came up with the Power of Tech tour. And so we're really excited about the event coming up, where, you know, we're going to have about 18 panelists, people that have worked with us, people we've inspired, people that have supported us. And so we're just really proud to bring those people to bear, and just showcase them to the world. And then also, we want to show that there are a lot of jobs, a lot of opportunities that do not, that you don't need to code.
Right.
You want to speak more about that?
I definitely want to talk more about that. So a lot of times when you talk about or you think about technology, you think, oh, it's hard, or, oh, now I have to know coding. And so what we just try to show people is, hey, yes, there are coding jobs out there, but we like to focus on the higher paying jobs around enterprise systems. And we just like to basically let people know that, hey, you can do this. It's not about just coding. There's a lot of opportunities. And so some, for example, are, I would have to say, IT system analyst roles. There's administration roles. There's designer roles. I mean, it's not just about coding. And so we just want to show people, and we actually wanted to bring our panelists up to basically demonstrate there's a lot of different jobs around IT security. I mean, you name it. It's a lot of jobs. And we get them all the time, and they're always looking for talent. They call us. And so, of course, it's only 2 of us, so we want to be able to multiply and help our community out even more by just letting them know what's available out here.
Definitely. That's a major thing, because when I think about tech, I'm like, okay, I'm thinking about cell phones, electronic games, and stuff like that. I'm not as adverse into technology the way that you guys are, but when I read your background, I read through, the website and everything like that, I'm like, oh, I might have to switch up right quick.
You can switch up. We want everybody. We are recruiting everybody.
From any background, and you heard me, any background.
Any background.
And we have proven it with all type of backgrounds. You don't have to be in tech already. You don't have to even, go to college for this. I mean, there's so many opportunities as long as you have certain skills that we teach on. We show you exactly what these different jobs are looking for, and so that's the main thing, is just showing the awareness around what's available and what the jobs are looking for.
Yeah, so why do you feel like it's the need to show diversity between minorities and women right now? What's the push behind that?
Let me jump in.
I know she was, that's why I asked you. I know she was going to jump into that.
That's my passion for one. Okay, the biggest reason is there's not a lot of, first of all, women, and there's definitely not a lot of black women. I've been in this industry over, a long time. And so I won't say exactly how long, but I've been a long time. And so I have not seen myself out here. And I think that's what actually provoked the passion in this. I'm like, I want to see more of myself out here. I want to show women that, hey, you can do this. It's not hard as you think. A lot of people think it's just hard. And so what I just try to show is, hey, you can do this. Yes, it is male-dominated, but you can still work in a male-dominated world. I mean, they're accepting of us now, and so they encourage us to come in on this.
Are you running into people that's facing fear, jumping into it?
Oh, gosh, yes. Yes, and this is the reason why my husband wrote the book on fear.
Right.
That was one of the things that we definitely see a lot of. A lot of people are just scared because they don't know. It's the unknown more of anything.
Right,
And so, I mean, I definitely want you to get into that. But
yeah, it's a huge part.
That's why I leaned into that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do you want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us about the fear factors, man.
Yeah,
what paralyzes people?
Fear in general is just holding us back on so many different levels, just of life, right? Even from a health perspective, I know that you're an avid health guy. A lot of times we don't want to face our health issues because of fear. We don't want to know what's happening, even though the beneficial side to that is you will know and you can take action instead of just kind of being quiet and not really going to see what's happening with your body. So it kind of works across the board. We hold ourselves back and because we don't know how people will accept us. We're like, we're worried about people judging us.
Right.
Or we're worried about being ignorant on a certain topic. And every master was a student.
Right. So how do you feel about fear of success? A lot of people, they want to be successful, but they're afraid to take that jump.
Yeah. And the thing is, I hear a lot of people use that term, fear of success, and I used to say that same term. But, I don't know that that's true. I think what it is they fear being judged, because being successful means you got to put yourself all the way out.
Most definitely, yeah.
And you can't worry about how people perceive you. Everybody's going to say something. Everybody's going to judge you off of something. But if they're not supporting you, what difference does it make?
Right.
So.
And see, I'll say one thing. A lot of times people are afraid of success because that means that a lot of people will come with their hands out. And I think they're afraid of having to, maybe reject people and say, no, I'm sorry. And then that's a fear in itself, worried about that. So
I love telling people no.
Me too. I have no problem telling people no.
I'd be like, no, straight up and down, because a lot of times, no will force people to, get up on their grind and do things on their own versus have their hand out, And I love when people tell me no.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was like, whoa, she told me no. So I'm trying to figure out on why I got the no. So I need to focus on why I got the no and figure out how can I get the yes. And then I'm be using like, the art of persuasion on. I'm gonna work on myself.
Okay.
So there was a weakness somewhere that she told me no, but a lot of times when people tell you no, you're gonna get a yes out of them somewhere down the line.
Right.
So let me ask you, when you guys first fell in love with tech?
That's a good question.
That's a great question. Let me tell you a little more about me. So I started in tech at a very young age. My dad actually he was the first black engineer for a major corporation. And so, of course, I would always get the latest and greatest technology and make all my friends jealous because they're like, wow, how did you get that? Or where'd you get that? And so I was like, my dad got it for me. I was excited about it. And so it just, I was very young. And so, of course, it was just natural for me. I said, a lot of people told me, hey, technology, that's hard. I don't know if you want to go down that route. That's, it may take you forever to graduate.
Right.
But I was like, I didn't listen to the naysayers.
Right, exactly.
So many people told me, discouraged me. And it's like, oh, you don't see many black people in tech, so that's not for us.
Now, you recently made history somewhere, didn't you?
I sure did.
Talk about that.
Actually, at my alma mater, Alabama State University, they recognized me for
Roll
women's
Tide?
history.
Don't say that, man. You might get.
But that's a different one. Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, I was able to make Women's History Month, and so actually I was one of the first black females that started a tech company in Alabama, and so of course now I'm in Georgia, so I'm looking to make some more history.
Yeah,
so.
looking to make more history here. You see what I'm saying? So that's probably why when you first met her, you was like, you know what?
Yeah,
that's wifey right there.
Actually, that's another story. She actually did work for me.
Okay.
On one of my startups.
Started out working for you.
Yeah, she started off working for me, and then we became great friends. And then God told me I needed to get myself together, and here we are.
Yeah, definitely. And those are relationship goals. This is not a relationship show, but however, the way how people connect by their careers or just by working together, and then you have that like-minded experience and connection. It's like it's a chemical reaction, and it's all of a sudden like, okay, let's do this. And right because of that, out of all of that, you guys have created, the Power of Tech Tour and the Cloud Company. Talk about a little bit more about the company. What's going on?
Well, Cloud Tech Academy is going live in, say, another 2 weeks or so.
Yes, we're adding more classes to it now, so that's the reason.
Right. So we're adding a lot more options. We've been really Microsoft-centric for the last couple of years, and so we want to offer the whole gamut. And so we want to offer enough classes that will impact, people from many different backgrounds. And, we're going to be a little more agnostic with the skills that we train on. And so we really just want to give people the skills they need to be successful and to move on, to add value and prolong their actual work career.
Right. And that's what I like about these two, because they always want to add value.
Yes.
It's important.
And it's not more than just addition. They be talking about multiplication.
Yes.
So that's like a quicker way to add value to people, and they always bring something to the table, and they always have positive words to say for encouragement, and that's what I really like about them. Also, the Power of Tech Tour, they actually included me into the tour, and I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's self-accountability for me. So if you're going to be there, that means I got to get right before it comes. And so, I think it's always important, because what we're really talking about is increasing salaries. We want people to make more money.
Right.
And it's important that everybody has that opportunity to make money. But the flip side of making money and success is you need to be in shape. You need to be able to take care of yourself. You need to be in decent health so you can enjoy it with your family and really be able to share and help other people. Because at the end of the day, we know how to help people gain more abundance, right? And just with that just comes a lot more responsibility. So it's not just the money. So it's the personal responsibility, it's responsibility for the community. It's all those pieces that come in.
Yeah. And that's a huge thing. So it's like when you're running a business or you're having a company, it's important that you keep yourself healthy as much as possible. You do the best you can. You don't have to be supermodel shape or whatever like that, but just make sure the report card from the doctors is okay, and then everything else will fall into place if you apply what you need to apply. So when you're running a company like these two and you have a lot of people that you're trying to connect with and increase success with, it's important to take care of yourself because you run out of steam after a while, you know,
Yes.
mentally, spiritually. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of hard work. So
Yes.
how do you guys find time to deal, you know, with the stress that comes with, you know, creating all these companies and really diversifying and reaching out to everybody? How do you guys do it?
Okay, so I'll just say you've actually helped us in a lot of ways in this because what we do know is we're sitting behind the computer desk quite a bit. We work from home quite a bit. And so, I mean, just the regimens that you've mentioned about stretching, about eating properly, you got to rest. I mean, that's important. And
Yeah.
so just learning the whole balance. Before, I would sit on the computer, you know, 12 hours, 18 hours, you know, as long as I could until I
Yeah.
got the task done.
Yeah.
And I realized that that's not good on your eyes
Yeah.
or your body. You have to move.
You have to
And
move.
so that's what was very helpful for us that you have taught
You,
us.
you know what happens, because that's a common thing when you know have a task and you have a goal and you're at your desk and you're at the computer. You're not thinking about anything else except the goal by itself. You know, so when the adrenaline rush, the cortisol levels, the good ones rush, you're trying to get the job done. It's all
Right.
about completion of the work. You're not thinking about stretching. You're not thinking about posture, drinking of
Yeah.
water, whatever. Because only thing you're saying is like, I got to go, I got a deadline,
Yes.
and I'm not going to get any rest, any sleep until I see this thing.
Exactly.
I manifest this thing, you know. And just like you say, I'm gonna get the website together. You know, you're gonna get that website together. You know, at the end of the day, they probably put up a website in 20 minutes. These two right here. Oh, are we gonna do it?
Don't be telling them that.
It takes 18 hours. to do
Take-
it.
right.
But, you know,
Plus 6 more.
Plus 6 more. I say that because they're so great at what they do when it comes down to technology. I'm like, yo, I see Cam on Instagram. Cam have like 2 computers up, 3 computers up, tablet, cell phone,
Listen, we're
graphs.
We're working.
I'm sitting there. I'm like,
That brings me to a good point. And you know, we know that there's a lot of technology training out there, but we also want people to understand that we actually do the work. We're not just trainers. We're engineers, full engineers, certified.
certified.
Yes.
Yeah, and we move the data. We do the migrations. We do the development, everything. So
Yes.
we do it ourselves. And so because we do it every single day, we keep up with the trends.
Yeah.
And so one of the cool things about our training is we're able to focus on the things that are really important
Yes.
and really pinpoint those things. And
Right.
what that does is when it comes to getting a job, you know, it helps you understand the value of what you've actually learned.
Right,
So,
right, yeah. So how important is it for you guys to, you know, to be on one step in front of the competition by keeping up on the latest trends? Are you not fazed by that?
No, it's a competition. I feel like it's just like fitness, right? You got to stay ahead. You know, we are partners, and because we do teach it, we really try hard to stay ahead and stay in the curve and keep fresh as much as possible so that we can share with our students, and things always change, so we have to, and that's the beauty of it.
Right.
And so, and the way that's beneficial to our students is, if you come in and you learn a new technology, there's no history behind that technology.
Right.
So if you know how to do it, you know how to do it, and
Yeah.
that's your experience.
Yeah,
You can do
yeah.
it.
So how do you guys balance each other out, though?
I just listened to what she said. Yeah, that's pretty much it
That's
for
pretty
me.
much it. Learn
Yeah.
that from a married man.
Yeah, yes, please learn that.
No, but balance, like you mentioned, that's important. I mean, we still have to have our date nights.
Yeah.
You know, we have to put our time in for ourselves.
Right.
We have to have our spiritual life where we put in time for, you know, prayer and church and things like that. So,
Right.
I mean, you know, now we're learning the fitness part even more and know that that's important. So
Yeah.
we make sure we get up early and, you know, have times for that. So, I mean, it's just about having an internal calendar in your head. Okay, this time we need to do this. And
So you guys have a great work-life balance. I mean,
yes,
you-
we've had to learn that. I
Yeah,
mean,
you
it
had to
wasn't
learn that.
always like this, but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and we're constantly working on that because, you know, we give a lot of ourselves to a lot of people.
Yes.
And so we know that we have to stay balanced and we have to shut it down at a certain point.
Yeah.
But,
Yes.
you know, we're dedicated to what we're doing because we believe God is directing us to do it. And so it still can be exhausting. So we
Yeah.
have to make sure we make that time
Yeah,
for each other.
get the rest. You know, increase the water,
Yes.
the exercise. And I
Right.
see a lot of people don't know that. It's like, you have to put in the work physically
Yes.
if you want to push yourself, professionally. It doesn't matter what industry that you're in. If you run a successful business and you're building it from the ground up, you can't neglect yourself, because at the end of the day, when you need your business to flourish the most,
Right.
you're not going to be able to do that because you're too worn out.
Sure.
And I have been there before where I actually experienced burnout. And so I don't want that experience again. I mean, I had to learn.
Yeah.
And I wasn't doing those things that you mentioned. I wasn't balancing myself. And I did see the issues that popped up around
Yeah,
that.
I mean, a lot of people, they don't balance themselves out when especially entrepreneurs or busy corporate executives. It's hard for them to find the balance, so they just go with the flow, and all of a sudden, they're like, oh my God, I just can't go no more. It's like because they don't have that balance,
Exactly.
It's just crazy about that.
And it's easy to get there because to be successful, you have to go.
Yeah.
And you have to outwork everybody. You have to grind hard. And you got to give God the glory, of course. But
Right.
just to get to that spot.
Right.
And we, and the other thing is, as we well know, we have to work harder.
Right.
Because of the industry we're
Right.
in. And we want people to still be aware it's harder, but the ceiling is higher.
Right.
That's right.
Not harder in terms of the work, but just understanding the dynamics of what's happening and understanding how to maneuver through the actual industry.
So you embrace the challenges and
Absolutely.
you always
You have
raise the
Absolutely.
bar. Right.
Absolutely.
Because you guys, I know people that's in tech, but they don't move the way y'all move. And every time I see these two, and I'd be like, oh, man, and I was like, they be moving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta keep moving.
You gotta keep
You
moving,
gotta
yeah.
go. You got to move with the cloud. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want our people to be left behind.
And that's why we
So if there's not, if nobody else, we have to do it. Who else is going to do it?
Right,
You know,
right.
we can't sit around and wait for somebody else to do the things that we know. And important for us to kind of stay ahead and bring our people as much as possible to get to that point.
So I got a question for Ms. Shamil here.
Yes, sir.
What was the keynote speaker for the Hope Forum, the Hope Forum Foundation? Was that right?
Yes.
When you get that phone call, what was that about? How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah, what was going through you when you got that phone call or the invitation to be a
the
keynote speaker?
invitation, yes. Oh, my goodness. I was very excited because it was especially around technology. And just like what we're talking about, just, learning and growing in that and being, especially around diversity. And so I was extremely excited about that, being able to partake in that and just, talk about my experiences and
Right.
how I was able to overcome certain things in that. And so I was very excited.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I look forward to even more. So
Yeah, definitely, because you the tech boss, lady tech boss.
Lady tech boss.
Lady, that's right.
Lady
See
tech
about
boss.
her.
you see her husband is see about it.
Yeah,
see
she's legit.
See about it. So for the Power of Tech tour, how many cities you got planned?
I think we have 10 now.
10 cities
Yeah,
on
Yes.
tour
yeah. It's like 10.
coming next to you soon.
Yeah, so we got dates being announced shortly, probably the next couple weeks, new dates. So we're excited about that.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, that's huge.
You know, we got some special things coming up
Yeah.
that we're going to be able to announce in a couple weeks
Yeah.
that I think is going to be a game changer for everybody.
Yeah, and what, for me personally and professionally, I love being around game changers.
Right.
If you're changing the game and you say, hey, put me on the team and you talking about change the game, I'm there.
Right.
right.
Because I'm always wanted to be, that guy that's on the team that somebody can pass the ball to.
Right.
Because if you pass the ball to me, I always feel like I'm either going to dunk, or I'm going to throw a touchdown, or I'm going to run it, I'm going to do something.
Right.
I'm not going to fumble.
Yeah.
So
We got
I love
some-
that.
We got something special for you.
Oh,
Oh,
see?
yeah,
We got something. We're gonna talk off air.
Yeah,
I got something special for you. I can't wait to tell you.
See, that's
Yes.
they got something special for me.
Yeah.
So we'll need another interview for this next
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It
most
might be another
definitely.
week. I need
Most
another
definitely.
slot.
You see, I love the specials.
Yeah.
You
It's gonna be exclusive. We might have to go sit in the grass or something.
Oh yeah, definitely. See, they just made my
Soul
day.
Sundays.
Yeah, they just made my day. Because interesting enough, when I came over to your house and they was talking about, we're gonna do a show with you, cooking with Terrence H. And I was like, cool. And then a year went by, then I came up with another show, and then the memory came back up again, and then I came with this show, and I was like, man, you know, I was like, we really spoke all that stuff in existence.
Right.
We manifested it, and now you're actually here as guests on my show.
I mean, it's beautiful.
You know, it's a beautiful thing. So God be moving around.
Yeah,
Like, oh man, you know, and I'm just so happy to have y'all here because you know y'all doing some positive things, man. It's like
we're excited to be here.
It's
You're
great.
motivating us. We like we
Absolutely.
gotta get on our ball now.
Man,
Come
Yeah,
on.
love it.
And see,
Love
that's
it.
that, and that's the whole thing. That's all the key about wellness. You get around people who's going to motivate you. It doesn't matter what industry you're in.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You mend and mesh, and you be like, oh, y'all motivate me.
You're forcing us to level up.
Yeah,
Right.
level up. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm thinking about coming and learning more about tech.
Let
Because
me
y'all
tell you
say,
something. Let me tell you
know.
something. It's a real thing right now.
yeah.
It's a real thing.
You know, I'm looking at it like, man, I need to touch on that.
Oh,
Listen, our boot camp starts tonight, so it
Yes.
doesn't even. No days off.
Oh man. So okay, talk about the boot camp. Let's talk about that right quick.
So I mean, the boot camp is essentially you come in and we just teach you, you know, the SharePoint, Office 365 skills, and you learn everything you need to know about these pieces, and then you know we go to market. You know, we want to give you the skills you need to be successful and land a SharePoint or Office 365 job, and we've had a lot of success with that. So we want to continue to help people, impact people, and you know, the main thing is these skills are cloud skills. So there's a lot of flexibility, and it's a new technology. So the sky's the limit.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so just to take it a little further, I mean, also what we cover in our boot camp is we go over, you know, your resume, of course, making sure that it stands out and that it has the keywords that you need in order to even be pulled from the
Right.
And so then we also help you with your interviewing skills as well. And so a lot of times people don't realize that they already have a story that they've already, you know, accomplished. And so they just don't know. And so what we try to do is help formulate the stories around what you've already done.
Right.
And so that's another part of our boot camp. I mean, we do homework assignments and labs and things like that. So, I mean, it's a real intense boot camp.
Right,
You learn
right.
all the skills that you need for the actual job. So,
So it's not one to just come in and think you're going to earn some certification. You got to really put the work in.
yeah, you
for
put the work into it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, because
Yeah, we want you to be, because you're representing us after you go. So, you know, we want to keep our reputation. So, you know, we want you to have the tools you need to be successful and go out in the marketplace and be able to compete and grow
Yeah.
and be successful.
If it's no competition, then it's not going to force you to grow.
Absolutely.
You know, the more competition out there for you and your brand, it's like it forces you to be more creative using that left side of the brain. Like, what can I create? How can I be different? How can I stand out? You know, how can I see what the competition is doing and then move differently, you know, or strategically, you know, and a lot of people don't look at it like that. They just run with whatever the competition is doing. So everybody looks the same, everybody moves the same, they stand the same, they use all the same terminology. So it's like it's nothing to really separate you, you know. So you really have to diversify yourself and
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Be who God made you to be.
See, Cameron stepped into the mic.
That's all you got to be is yourself. Yourself is all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need. Use what's in between your ears.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
know, and then manifest your dreams, you know, and that's it. So if individuals are not adding value to you, then you need to pretty much, you know, remove those people.
I totally agree with that.
You know,
Yes.
so it's a big deal because, you know, even when business is like you're dealing with a lot of stresses on top of that,
Yes.
and then you have individuals who may add more toxic to the stress, and you got to remove everything in order for you to move forward. And a lot of people, when you're dealing with wellness, like mental wellness and emotional and spiritual wellness, you really have to analyze like what's stressing you, who is stressing you,
Right.
why they stressing you,
Right.
and then you have to come up with, you know, concrete solutions on how you're going to relieve the stress,
Yes.
so you can be more competitive in your business and be, you know, really market it the way you need to market it.
Right.
But people, they don't understand the importance of that.
And I think you have to get balance with your feelings, right? Like our feelings can be a little overwhelming, and so sometimes we got to balance the mind
Yeah.
and the feelings. And I think that's what, all of us have to do better at any given time.
Right. Really have to utilize the emotional intelligence.
Oh, yes.
If you don't do it, you're going to fail. You're going to crash and burn because it's going to be too much for you to do.
Absolutely.
And like you just said, just get in contact with your feelings. So, I mean, okay, so in business, you guys in business, how often do you have to really, really, think logically versus thinking emotionally since you got
I'll let her Go ahead.
First of all, I had to learn not to think with my emotions. Of course, being a woman, you're going to have our emotions, And so, but you can't make decisions on that. And so, I mean, you have to make the right decision that's going to be beneficial for your company because you don't want to miss out, Our prime example, there was a time where a client wanted me to do, let's just say, a website for them. And so, but I knew that they didn't really have the money. And of course, that's where my feelings came in. I wanted to see that person succeed. They didn't have the money, and so I took some time to try to help them. Well, it ended up taking way more time than I needed to give. And so I ended up almost missing out on a larger opportunity because I was leading it with my emotions.
with your heart.
With my heart. And you can't do that every time in business.
Right, definitely.
Which, now we have a nonprofit. You want to talk about that? We're ready for that?
He was like, let's get into that nonprofit, bro. Come on.
Well, so let me take a step back. I think business has to be business. Right? If we provide a service, then you pay for the service. We deliver high quality service. And so I'm less willing to negotiate with that. I think there's ways to finance things, right? But I'm not going to work for free, and I don't have that expectation of anybody that I'm doing business with. And so I want to make that very clear.
Right.
And so what we wanted to do is we actually turned the Power of Tech tour. It's actually called the Power of Tech Foundation. And what it's going to be essentially is a training hub for people to get technology training, and we can do that under a nonprofit status. And so we're working on putting those pieces together.
Yeah.
But hey, I didn't plan to announce it, but hey, it's all good.
I asked a question there. She's like, I'm gonna let you talk about the foundation. Why?
It's all good. I mean, the goal is to, of course, work from the grant side and really work on getting donations to support people that can't afford the technology training.
Right.
So, we had to have that arm to make that happen, so we can help more people.
Right.
And so that's the goal.
Right. So if you're lacking in finances and you want to get into tech, you can reach out to them for their foundation and actually get the right resources for you to really get into it.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing. But what do you tell people who say that technology made some people lazy? That's going around a minute.
Yeah. So I mean, it does make you lazy. At the end of the day, and that's why we have to have this balance, right? Because we're able to work from home, we're able to do everything from home, and so the technology actually does make us a little lazy, and we become less active per se. And so, we have to realize we're still living in a real world, and sitting in front of a computer all day does have its ramifications. So I do see their point, and that's why the balance is important, and we have to be accountable for ourselves and make sure we get the right balance.
Right. I know people that say that, they ask me, you always in front of the computer. But I was like, yeah, I have, I get up every hour and I stretch.
Right.
And now another part I like about technology is certain devices that you can use, put on your wrist. I'm going to call the name out. That it'll tell you, get up and move. Okay, you got 82 steps. So I like that part about technology,
that's cool.
Definitely, and I use that type of technology to monitor, how many steps and calorie intakes, and if I even monitor my stress levels, or my heart rate. So when it comes down to technology, a lot of people say technology makes you lazy. I said, well, what part of technology are you using?
Right.
What are you using? Because if you're talking about video games all day, then maybe. But if you're using some stuff that's going to help, monitor your wellness, then technology is a beautiful thing. Or either technology where it comes down to helping you to learn faster.
Sure.
You know, to help you advance, you know, where you want to go. You know, if you think about when we was coming up, we only had encyclopedias.
Right. It's at our fingertips.
Yeah, you know, now all of a sudden just hit a link and you're gone.
Right.
Or MapQuest or maps, you know. Now you GPS and you're there.
You're there.
You know, so technology is like the bomb.
Yeah, I just want to add to that. I mean, you're right. It can make you lazy because I know we use this app that is for groceries. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
You order your groceries and you deliver it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So my thing is that now we don't have to necessarily go into the store and pick out things where that was our exercise at one point.
Yeah.
Just use that as another alternative. Say, okay, I may not go to the grocery store, but I will go around the park. I may go somewhere else. Just divert the time.
But then when you become super busy with your goals and you're in front of the computer and you're that close to completion, you don't want to get up and go to the store and move around. You know, you focusing on getting the job done.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, because you know this is going to benefit so many people.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and you like when you finish, you be like, oh, this is my baby right here.
Yeah.
You know, so I understand, I get it.
Yeah, because if we're teaching, you know, if we have a class, if we're teaching and it's 8 o'clock and we hadn't had dinner, then she's like, let me
get up.
let me just hit the app. No, let me just hit the app if something's not there, right, and just get it delivered so we can keep on moving, and that's where it becomes really efficient.
Yeah, definitely.
And
that
so
works.
Then, so when the train is over, then the food's at the door, and then
it's eat time.
Yeah,
you can eat, take a break, eat, bring up your levels, and then come back and get back to work.
Right.
That's right.
You know, so that's one of the benefits from working at home and being creative. And you have a partner like that. That really increase the creativity and really balance y'all out and actually bring y'all even closer. Because I'm pretty sure when y'all come up with some type of plan, you know, y'all high-fiving and everything, you know, it's like, oh, this is going to work right here.
Yeah.
You know, because I can feel the energy, you know, right now. Especially if you say you got something special for me, I'm like, oh, I got something.
It's real. It's real.
You know, because look, I'm gonna tell you, man. You know, just being around you guys, and you're so creative and you're so knowledgeable about tech. You know, and I've seen you in your home how y'all set up a room just that fast, and I'm like, whoa. You know, I was like, yo, they really got it going on with that. You know, and then just recently I saw the green screen in the room that you had going
Gotta come
on.
to the house.
That's at the house?
Yeah. You know we moved. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it. They got the whole thing set up over there. It's showtime.
It's
Yeah, man.
showtime.
Come
You
see
know?
about us.
Yeah, I'm come definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Next time you need to come get some of that chicken.
Yeah. Oh, now, you know I'm gonna touch on that now.
Yeah.
So,
chicken was legit.
I know. And he had so much chicken on the grill today. I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, bro, we're gonna have to touch on that, man.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
lot." Well, at least you're getting grill healthy meals.
Yeah. We're trying to do more on the grill.
Yeah.
Obviously, when it's warmer, and it's a lot easier just to kind of throw it out there and kind of
Yeah.
get it done. And so, yeah, I got to do better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna be more accountable.
Yeah, well, you know, hey, we all fall short.
Yeah.
You know, even
Right.
I do. You know, sometimes I don't want to go do what I do.
Right.
I just want to lay there. And, you know, I have clients and I have to peel myself out to bed 5 in the morning. I'm like, yo, I don't want to do this.
Right.
You know, and I'll be like, okay, I need to do something else.
Yeah.
So I have my moments too. And, you know, sometimes I want the pizza. Sometimes I want, you know, the Snicker bar.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. You treat yourself to it. There's no like, okay, now we have to refocus back on what we need to focus on later on or the next day.
Yeah.
Stay on top of that. So I have to ask when we eat that, we have to ask ourselves like, you know, okay, what's going on with us in our life right now? Why are we craving this chocolate? Are we emotional about something? Are we upset? Are we stressed? What's going on?
Yeah.
We have to really ask ourselves, you know, what's happening or why we're attempting to eat all this junk,
Right.
you know. But, you know, when I work in corporate America and I have corporate clients, you know, it's like people are more focused on deadlines.
Yes.
You know, they may have a boss that really getting on them, and you know, and they become stressed.
Sure.
So if you ever notice in corporate America, is a vending machine on about 2 or 3 on every floor, depending on where you are. So it's the salty and the sugary stuff that always gets you. or you know,
That's the devil. That's the devil.
Yeah, that's the devil. You know, it's like if
But why is it so good?
I know.
yeah, because that's
Devil creams, Swiss rolls,
opioid hormone that
Yeah.
just like the heroin,
Yeah.
it triggers the same thing in the brain.
Sure.
They need to tax that all the candy and everything like that.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what's happening. You know, and for the most part of it, we have to pay attention, ask ourselves why we doing. But when we working hard in front of that computer and we building stuff technically, you know, we want those things that's going to really help us push us through because we get that rush, we get that
you
sugar,
get that boost,
you get that boost, and you be like, oh, look what I just created. Before you know, you done ate like a big bag of Doritos
Right.
and a Coke.
I'm guilty. So I'm so
You're
guilty.
guilty?
I'm
Yeah.
guilty like a mug. But I'm gonna do better.
Yeah, but definitely, you know, as long as you know that you're gonna do better, then
Yeah,
you
we'll do better.
then you will do better. You
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, the final product is, look what we did. We've
Yes.
done. We build.
Right.
You know, so much right now. We're doing so much to give back to the community to help other people advance their careers or get them a new career,
Yeah.
feed their families.
Yeah.
You know, education. You know, and I commend y'all for that. That's huge. That's a big deal.
Well,
Thank you.
you know, the biggest thing I want to make sure I say is, you know, technology is the great equalizer.
Well, say that again in the mic this time.
Technology is the great equalizer for our community
Right.
because it doesn't require a degree necessarily. It doesn't require a lot of experience, but it does require the skill.
Yes.
And that's something that we all can obtain. And you're talking about doing this for dramatically less than going to college. You know, going to a state college, it costs you $40,000.
Right.
You can get a boot camp for $4,000
Right. Wow.
and go in with no debt.
With no debt.
And so that's what we're offering. We're offering an alternative way for anybody. So, and it's for everybody. It's for kids coming straight out of high school. It's for people who want to change their career. It's for people who want to add more value to their career. It's for people who want to redefine their career.
Yes,
And that's something that we're really focused on. The people that are 50 to 60 years old, we want them to understand that they can get new skills and become valuable to the market.
Right. Right.
You know, it doesn't matter if you've been doing something, you've been a project manager for, 30 years and you've never done anything technically. But we're going to give you the other pieces so that you can go and be marketable again, and we're going to help you redefine.
Yeah.
yourself.
That's great information because most people who are 50 and 60 years old, they've been working in their career for 30 years, and they feel like this is it. I can't do nothing else. But now, but you can. You always can. But you get into a sedentary lifestyle in that job,
Right.
you know, and then fear kicks in
Oh, it's huge fear.
of
because
being fired or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, stuff like that. And I understand it, you know. But at the end of the day, you want to face those fears.
Oh yeah.
and the way we face them is get new skills so
Yeah.
we can be competitive in the market.
Yep.
Yes.
That's the way you really face them.
Yeah.
Because when people need you, they don't care about your color.
Right. They care about your
Or your
skills,
gender.
all your gender. You know,
Right.
they want to know, oh, you can do this. And you show them that you can do it, then you add value to them.
Yeah.
And they add value to you, and it's a win-win situation.
Right.
Exactly.
So when everybody wins, guess what? Your wellness increase.
Exactly.
It's happiness.
It's happiness.
It's joy.
It's joy. It's more vacations.
It's more
Right.
money in your pocket.
Right.
So, you know, they said money can't buy you happiness, but it sure can make you comfortable.
Right. That's what it's
know.
all about. That's what it's all
You
about.
know, so definitely. So that's great information to know, man. So, you know, I like the fact that, you know, we tie it all into the wellness component because most people, they just go hard and they so stressed all the time.
Right.
You know, I'm around people, I be like, I be looking at them like, y'all stressed all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like balling up a fist, and that's just how your heart and your blood vessels and everything is. If you stress all the time, you can't release, you can't let go. But people don't understand that they really don't know why they're that way. But a lot of times it's the career that they're in.
Oh, I know why they're that way. They don't make enough money.
Yeah, well, hey, see, they don't make enough money.
Can we be candid about making money?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Listen.
Financial wellness.
There we go.
Financial wellness.
It's
Talk to him, Cam.
Yeah, so the thing we have to be mindful of, people say oh, it's not all about the money. Well, what is it about?
Mm-hmm.
We have to pay bills.
Gotta
We
take
all
care of
want
family.
Yeah, we got to take care of our family. We want our kids in good schools.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be able to get out of a bind on a rainy day, which means we need to have a savings. If you're not a doctor or an attorney, your only other option to make six figures at some point is technology.
It's technology.
That's it. I mean, that's all they really value.
Right.
And the cool thing about technology is you can do it without being in a ton of debt.
Correct.
Information.
I'm just trying to drop some jewels on us.
Oh, those are golden nuggets.
Yeah. And so you're going to hear a lot more at the Power Tech Tour.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about how to really get to it.
Yeah.
You know, this is just a piece of it.
This is just a small piece of it.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, now I saw the list of speakers, and they look like some very dynamic individuals, and I can't wait to hear what comes out of these people's mouths, you know, because I already know, I'm like, well, this is going to be very informative. I'm going to learn a lot here.
Yes.
Right.
You know, and that's the exciting thing about it with me, because I'm me. I'm going to learn a lot here.
Right.
And let me just say, too, this is not just going to be, you're going to learn a lot, absolutely, from the panelists. You're going to learn a lot from the speakers. But you're also going to learn the technology and what it actually is. Mm-hmm. So we'll do demonstrations and show you, hey, you can learn this. If you know just the regular Office suite, you can learn this. If you know how to utilize Facebook, you can learn this. And so this is what we're going to actually show you. We're going to show you exactly what these jobs are offering and what they are requiring. And so we'll let you know.
Yeah.
We're going to show you what they're hiding from you.
Uh-oh.
Exactly. What they won't tell you.
Yeah, so you heard that now. She said, if you know how to do Facebook, you can do this.
You can do this.
I know a lot of y'all, if y'all listening and y'all come back and revisit this tape, y'all going to get excited about this. And then Mr. Harrison says they're going to show you what they're hiding from you.
Yes.
So that's anything that's hidden. Once you find it, you unlock the secret of
That's
that.
it.
Right.
You know, so I'm curious about it. I'll be in the tour listening with my notepad and my phone.
That's a major key, by the way.
That's the slogan right there. That's a major key alert.
That's right.
Major
You
key
know,
alert.
Major key alert. And you need to get with this tour, the Power of Tech Tour, June 9th.
June 9th.
That's right. That's where we're kicking it off.
Changing lives. That's where
Changing
we start.
lives.
We're
Yeah.
starting at home.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and we are looking forward to everybody participating, and we're just really excited to kind of give you what God gave us.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
to give, and so, you know, we really want to help people. Is the main thing, and we're doing it with love. It's all about the love.
And it's all about the passion, too,
Yeah.
because, you know, when you give back with the passion, then everything, it comes back to you full.
Right.
You know, it comes right back into you. And obviously, you guys are heavenly blessed, and, you know, you're very knowledgeable about tech, and, you know, you're like, hey, we can give back to the community. We can help other people change their lives, you know, across the board. And so when you touch a lot of people's lives already, you know, and they change their lives, you know, they take care of families. They, you know, pay whatever they want, you know, and that's a good thing. It's always good.
You know, but you know what we both realized was, it's not just about them taking care of their family. It's about their kids. It's about their kids' kids.
Right,
Because
right.
we're trying to set up generational wealth
Right, there you go.
for our people.
There
And
you
if
go.
one person makes a certain amount of money, that means they can invest more,
Right.
which means they can leave more for their children to start a little bit faster,
Right.
to be more successful a little bit faster. And that's the whole goal. And so we're looking at empowering the next 100 years or the next
Right.
200 years.
And that's financial wealth.
Yes.
You know, that's a financial wellness, excuse me, you know, and when you're saying leaving generational wealth, when you're leaving things for your kids,
Right.
your grandkids, you know, your last name will carry on.
Yeah. Leave
You
legacies.
know, legacies, and not just, oh, I got a career and I worked someplace for 30 years and they give you a plaque and a gold watch, you
Right.
know,
Right.
Good-
It's like, here you go.
kick you out,
it's
you
like
know, you stressed,
Yeah.
40 pounds overweight, you know,
Yeah.
all that behind in your mortgage and, you know, all that stuff like that. But, you know, what you're saying about generational wealth, and we need to educate our communities like that more, and for you guys to step in there and put the tour together and drop major key nuggets, and that's major. I mean, I just fell in love with it. Like, of course, I need to be a part of that. I need to learn all I can learn right now.
I mean, we know we're our brother's keeper,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and if we don't do it, nobody will. So
Right.
We have to do it.
We have to. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, y'all doing it. So far, what's the response from the tour and
Oh my goodness.
and the foundation, everything?
First of all, tickets are selling, so you better get a ticket.
Yeah, please get it.
Oh, my
Don't
God.
play yourself. The tickets are selling. We're almost out of VIP tickets,
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
usually the other way around, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So we only have a few of those. So get your VIP tickets, of course. But get the regular admission. Just get there.
Just get there.
And see,
Yeah.
right now we have the early bird specials until May the 15th. So you still have time to save a little bit if you just want to kind of see what it is but not quite sure. Then go ahead and just get the early bird tickets.
Yeah.
Save a little bit of money.
Yeah, buy one for your grandkids.
Yeah, definitely.
Buy one for whoever.
Mm-hmm. What about the vendor in space? Vendor.
We do have vendor space.
We have vendor space available, so you can definitely, there's options there for you to get a booth.
And that's all at powertechtour.com. All the vendor information, all the ticket information is right there.
Right.
You can see the list of speakers, you can see the tour dates, and just take a look at the site. I mean, I think you'll have get all the information you need.
Yeah, I want to say something about the people who vendor at certain events. Certain events, you need to pick and choose what events you want to vendor to. You spend a nice fee for a booth, and then you're not recouping the money back off sales or whatever. Nobody's vending your thing. You need to pick and choose what events you want to be set up in. The Power Tech Tour is going to have a lot of people there who are in the tech industry and around that's leaving generational wealth. So if you want to set up a booth there, that's where you need to be.
That's true.
That's what we tell everybody.
That's where
We're
you
talking
need to
about
be.
everybody making money in a legit way. And, we have people that come up to us about, is this network marketing? It's like,
Huh?
yeah, I mean, it's that type of nonsense we get
Right.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we're talking about getting actual skills, getting educated so you can get a career that just happens to pay more money.
Right. And we all can
That's
use more money.
Right.
You
That's the
know,
first step.
I know my mother's always told me she to this day when I give her money, she said every time you bless your mother, you be blessed.
Amen.
So mom, if you listening, you come back to listen to this, we about to bless you.
That's right.
And that increases wellness all over my household. I mean, just having them see me having this platform, is like an increase. And I only want to bring in quality content when it comes like individuals like yourself that come in that's
I've seen
making an
you've had
impact.
some good folks on here,
Yes.
so yeah, congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's so many people like the list is lining up right now.
Right.
I'm just picking and choosing. Like I know I want to have you guys in there so we can promote the tour. It's
I
very
appreciate that.
important.
We really
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
that.
We team members.
Yeah. Squad goals.
Yeah, squad goals. So when you talk about that, it's very important to get people in there. And get the education, get the information that's going to lead to a better lifestyle. When you have a better lifestyle, then you actually increase your lifespan.
That's true.
You make better choices.
Right.
You have more disposable passive income where you can just take care of your family, eat well, live right, do the best you can to really be comfortable. And when you are comfortable, you live longer.
Right. And
You're
able to
less
help
stressed.
more.
Yeah, you're able to help more.
Yeah.
You're able to pull people up,
Right.
out of stressful situations. But going back to we saying, you got to say no to some people.
Yeah, absolutely.
you
It's got to be discernment.
Right.
There has to be real discernment when you're giving. It has to come from God.
Yeah. The one thing I know about Cameron, when he about to get deep into, he leans into the mic.
Listen, major key alert.
Any other time he lean back, but when he got something, he be like, "Oh, look now." He come
Gotta
in.
let him know.
Yeah, you gotta let him know. And
Listen.
you gotta be for real. So anyway,
Yeah.
tell everybody where they can find you guys at and the foundation, everything. Let everybody know.
Okay, so if you want to come out to the Power Tech Tour, you can go to I'm sorry, poweroftechtour.com. Is that right?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. And so that's definitely where we will be. We have a long list of speakers, great speakers, people who have actually been in this industry, and you'll definitely get a lot of great information. So
Awesome.
Yeah. www.poweroftechtour.com. I am Grand Vision on Instagram. Follow Power of Tech on Instagram. Follow Lady Tech Boss on Instagram. Be inspired.
And his favorite thing, God is my plug.
That's right.
Yes.
God is my plug.
Like God is my plug.
Listen, that's where we get the power.
Yeah. A lot of people,
Today.
a lot of people be
Yeah.
like, oh,
Oh, yeah, let me not forget. Live Motivated Today is where you can get the book.
Oh, yeah,
Living
yeah.
Life Without Fear.
right. We didn't even talk too much about
Listen,
that. Okay, hold on. We got 5 minutes. We winding it up. Okay.
It's like, no, it's like,
Okay, yeah,
how much time we got left?
because he know me, I get to talking, no break.
Live Motivated Today is where you can find the book about living life without fear. I think that's just the most important piece for all of us, right? To understand rational and irrational fears. Rational fear being, hey, I was in a car accident. I got hit by a tractor trailer. So that would make you leery about getting on the road.
Right.
But just to hear about it and then still have a problem with it, that's irrational.
Okay.
And so that's really how we kind of break those pieces down and understanding the pieces of fear. So you definitely get more information when you read the book. But we just have to understand that we have to step out on faith. We have to take action.
Right.
And get out of our comfort zone.
Take massive action.
Take massive action. Yes.
Massive
Get out of the dead zone.
Yeah, get out of the dead zone where there's no signals, there's no power there.
Yeah.
And you want to get connected
Yeah.
to the energy and the synergy,
Yeah.
around individuals who's going to make you come alive.
Right. Oh my goodness.
There's
So-
something right there.
Yeah.
So my pastor told me, he said, he talked to us, he said, the comfort zone is you're basically not doing nothing so you don't get anything,
Yep.
Yes.
Oh.
right? So the dead zone is when
You're doing
doing something but you're getting nothing. You're doing a lot of stuff but you're getting nothing.
Yeah, you just in a figure
Yeah,
eight.
yeah, you're just in a figure eight. And then the increased zone is when things are working.
Yeah.
And you're in the flow.
You're doing the right thing.
You're doing the right thing. That's the difference. So a lot of times we do a lot of stuff, but we have to ask ourselves, are we doing the right thing?
Oh,
Major key alert. I'm leaning in. Are you doing the right thing?
can't see this guy right here. Major key alerts. So anyway, we're tuning into the Total Wellness Show with Terrence on 108 Praise Radio. I'm here with Karen Harrison and Mr. Emil Brown. The Power of Tech Tour.
Yes, thank you.
6/9/2018. Get your tickets. VIP is selling out. Everything's selling out right now. Still have room for if you want to be a vendor
Yes, or a sponsor.
or a sponsor.
Right.
Has some great sponsors, by the way.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
We're looking for more corporate sponsors. We got to take this thing around the country.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a part of helping people, come join us.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, definitely come. And you're going to learn a lot. You're going to pick up a lot of nuggets that's going to change your life forever.
Forever.
Not just for next week.
Right.
Forever.
You know,
Yes.
I mean, real lifestyle changes that's
Yeah.
going to really make a difference forever.
Yeah.
I like saying that in your kids' life, your
Yeah.
kids' life, when they bury you, they're going to be like, your eulogy is going to be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, the difference is everybody that's on the tour is winning.
Everybody.
They're not up there just talking. They are winning at life.
And I'm part of that.
Facts.
Winning.
That's right.
Winning at life.
All right. Anyway, so thank you guys for tuning in. We had an awesome
Yes, sir. Thank
show.
you. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
It's been a pleasure.
And you're going to hear more from these people, these guys, some of my favorite people, Power Couple. Y'all follow them, social media, everything on their website. Get the book. Get those tickets.
Yes.
Get 'em.
Come get these nuggets. Come get this education of technology, how you're going to increase generational wealth.
Right.
Everything, and come here for me too. So that's what's up. So anyway,
Check 'em out.
without
Follow
good-
Terrence.
yeah,
Get right.
right.
Yes.
Without any good health, it can be no good wealth. So just
right.
take care of yourself and let's get it. Have a
Amen.
good night.
All right.
Night.
Good night, y'all.
Easy peasy. That was great.
That was a good interview.
Can be like,